We haven't talked about some other parts of the brain. So there's another part of your brain called your brain stem. Okay? It's the part that goes down into your spinal cord. And there's a nerve that runs from your emotional brain to your stomach and digestive tract and lungs and heart and a whole bunch of other things. It's called your vagus nerve. Not like Las Vegas, okay? Your vagus nerve. And this nerve is when you get stressed, when you feel anxiety, it's the nerve that tells your stomach to stop working. It tells your digestive tract to shut down. It tells your heart to start beating faster and your lungs to start moving a little more. Why? Because you're getting ready to take action. You're getting ready to escape a saber-tooth tiger, okay? That's what's happening in your mind at that time. Well, just as that nerve attaches to your lungs and your heart and your stomach, if you start breathing deeply, really good deep breaths, and pay attention to them, it tricks your mind that you're safe. Because you don't breathe deeply when you're not safe. So it's a simple kind of trick that you can use as you just focus on deep breathing for like a full 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. I've got an Apple Watch, and it's great because you can set it to remind you every hour or every 5 hours or every whatever amount of hours to just breathe. And you can set each time for 1 or 5 minutes. So I set it for like every 4 or 5 hours. And then it depends on what I'm in the middle of. But if I'm not in the middle of anything, really, really deep, like a meeting, I'll set it, take 2-3 minutes, and I'll just breathe. And at that time, I'll start to just notice, how am I feeling? How fast is my heart beating? I'm starting to just pay attention. But just breathing slows my mind down. And then I'm able to get more out of the day, or the next activity or two. There's another thing that you can do that really helps calm your mind. Close, safe, physical touch with a mammal.
You say a mallet?
Mammal.
Mallet.
Okay. So it doesn't have to be a human. Humans work really well. But it can be a dog, it can be a cat, another warm-blooded animal, okay? Again, this is a way of tricking your brain. So when you're feeling anxiety and you're getting ready to fight or run away, when that response is happening in you, that will not happen. You can trick it into not happening if you are feeling safe at the same time, close proximity to another human being. Because again, what happens when we get anxious, think about horses. So horses, when they're really skittish, right? And as soon as they sense danger, they're off, they take off. But as soon as they smell, see, there's no danger around them, they calm right down and start eating grass again. Actually, herd animals are very good at that. Humans are terrible at that. Okay? We see danger, and we take off, and we're running around, and then we go and we look, there's no danger. We smell, we hear, there's no danger around, and then our mind starts to go, yeah, but what if it ran around this way? What if it came this way? And our imagination starts to go nuts, right? And we don't feel safe. So we get ourselves amped up even more sometimes when there's no danger. Whereas this activity, again, just like breathing tricks your brain, close physical touch tricks your brain, because when we're touching somebody and it's comfortable, and the other person is relaxed on some level, it tricks us into feeling relaxed. We pick up that energy is another way to view it, okay? Dogs, this is why people love dogs. People love dogs. Why? You can pet them. We feel stressed, they pick up on it, and they come and just snuggle us, right?
It's therapeutic, actually. Yeah.
It's extremely therapeutic, and this is why.
Whereas
Okay?
cats, they just...
Yeah, it depends on the cat, right? Yeah. Cats just tell us to do something else at the right time, right? Why are you putting this on me? Go take care of your own stuff. Come back when you're ready.
Okay, take care of your business.
Yeah, take care. But seriously, any mammal, a hamster, can be calming. Even though it's kind of has a frenetic activity to it, because it feels safe, it can trick our brain into thinking we're safe when we actually are safe, okay? So you're actually tricking your brain to feel like it should feel
Yeah.
on some level.
Feel the status quo.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions about any of this? I'm just introducing the topic here.
So what does this got to do with real estate?
What does this have to do with real estate? When you are getting ready to visualize your goals, when you are getting ready to get ready for bed because you've got an important appointment the next day, when you are getting ready to go into a sales presentation and your heart is going nuts and you're starting to feel sick and all these other things are happening, this is a time to practice this. Breathing.
Can you heal your body with it too?
What's that?
Can you heal your body with it too?
Absolutely, you can. So now Ken's getting into another realm, okay? If you become good at mindfulness, you can start paying attention to different parts of your body. As you start to pay attention to different parts of your body, you can actually focus your attention on those parts of your body to get them to heal faster. I do an affirmation every day, and for part of it, usually I'm doing it when I'm like brushing my teeth and doing other things, but also I try to keep some of it where I'm just focusing on being mindful of how I feel. And when I do that, part of my affirmation is every cell of my body is absolutely healthy. And I picture my cells of my body vibrating at just not too fast, not too slow, just at the right rate of speed. Your cells are all vibrating at all times. Okay? And when I picture that, my cells get healthier. And again, there's some really crazy research starting to come out. Not from homeopaths. There's some great research coming from Johns Hopkins, from Harvard, from schools that are well recognized. And the research is saying that when you practice mindfulness, when you practice meditation techniques in various ways, and start to bring your attention to the health of your body, that you heal faster.
There's studies showing that even if you visualize stress in your life, your blood will change. Your actual blood, your cells will change.
Yep.
And you can then visualize relaxation and it goes back the other way.
Yep. So this is so powerful. So I'm going to come back to psychocybernetics. This is so powerful that you can introduce the idea of someone being cold and they can start visualize themselves being cold. And if you measure their core temperature, it drops. A person's temperature drops if they visualize being cold. Same room, same temperature, no difference. They just visualize themselves being cold. This is really odd, weird, powerful stuff. Stuff that if you again, this is practice. So if you want to do this, you need to practice it daily. You don't have to do it for 6 hours a day. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day is enough to start beginning this practice and start to see benefits from it. But, what's that?
It was a little juicy, I didn't it?
So I felt that over here. Any other questions, thoughts? Can you see how getting ready to visualize something, or getting ready to do your Y exercise and starting to feel stress rising up in you, using this, you can bring yourself right back down and enter it again. And just go there a little bit, gently. Keep going there and notice what's happening in your body. And as you notice what's happening in your body, it actually slows down. So great mindfulness with stress is notice how fast your heart is beating. Notice whether your hands are sweaty or not. Notice where you feel it in your body. Do you feel it in your chest or in your back or in your stomach or in your throat? You start to notice it physically. And then you start to go to your mind and go, what are the thoughts that are coming in my mind? And you don't go there. So if the thought is about death and destruction or the apocalypse, you don't go to all those things. You don't go to your imagination and let it run amok. What you do is you go, oh, I'm thinking about this situation. And then you just let that one go, and you move on to the next thing that you're thinking about. And you let that one go. This takes practice, a lot of practice.
What about music? Slow music.
How to enjoy music, you mean?
I mean slow music when you're trying to calm down or whatever it is. Does it?
Yeah, so there's this other
Classical.
realm. I'll touch briefly on this. I don't know if this is where you're going, Sam, so I'll ask you at the end whether you're going there or not, okay? Do you know that you can train your mind to be relaxed with certain music? So I play Clair de Lune. Clair de Lune is one of my favorite pieces, okay? And I play it whenever I'm in a relaxed place. Because of that, if I feel really stressed, I can play Clair de Lune, and my limbic, my emotional brain, has associated that song with feeling relaxed, and it'll instantly bring me down. Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like you're convinced.
No, but I've heard some of these gurus. There's one lady, I think, in Toronto. I think she's also associated with the Bob Proctor a little bit.
Okay.
Sonia Ricotti.
I don't know the name.
And she had a program, whatever, and she was selling a program with some music while you're visualizing or something.
Okay, so
something like that.
but yeah, you can.
There is
you
a
can
name
use-
for it which I don't.
You can use certain music, and if you associate it with your visualization, when you play that music in the future, you will start visualizing. Again, our brain makes these associations between our senses, between our emotions, and between certain ideas or thoughts. So yeah, you can train your brain to go certain places by doing certain things.
So how I use this and how I can see everybody else using this is for thinking. So Henry Ford's got a famous quote that so few people think because it's one of the hardest things to do. I can't remember, I screwed that up anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, people think they think,
Yeah.
but so few people actually do think. And thinking requires a lot of energy and quietness. And so what I will do is I will actually meditate for 5 or 10 minutes just to calm down, get in that relaxed state. If I have a challenge or problem that I want to solve, I have it written down on a sheet of paper beside me. If I've got nothing, I just have my sheet of paper as well. And I just think. And I'll think about the day, I'll think about the future, I'll think about whatever it is, and that's when solutions will come. Because I think we've all experienced moments where we wake up in the middle of the night, or we're having a shower, or we're having a soak in the tub, and we're just totally relaxed, and all of a sudden, oh, there's the solution, there's this idea. And by the time you get out, you dry it off or wake up, and in the morning, that idea is long gone. It came from the subconscious mind, and it's just gone. By getting into that relaxed state, you're tapping into the subconscious mind. By asking the question, writing it down, you're asking for help from the subconscious mind or the universe, however way you want to look at it. And I go deeper than the subconscious. I go to the universe now. Like when I go into that state, I'm actually out of body. I'm in outer space. Sounds a little bit weird, but that's where it's evolved to, and that's the ideas I come up with, and that's where I get the solutions. So, how are you going to achieve your C goal? Ask your subconscious, because you already know the answer.
That article you had me send you, it was, one of them was 15 to 30 minutes of thinking a day.
Let me read this, okay? Because this is right in line with everything that we've been talking about. You sent it by messenger, correct?
What you just said just kind of reminded me of what Bob Proctor said yesterday. It's already there.
Yeah, it is.
It's already, wherever it is, it's there. I don't have to create it out of nothing. I just need to let it
Discover it.
Yeah.
Open your mind to discover.
Might be another reference.
If you just can't fathom the idea, the concept that it could be there or that you could do this, then you're right, you can't. But If you say, you know, how can I? And are we gonna do that 333 exercise tomorrow?
Yeah, that's on tap for tomorrow.
Okay, that'll really drive that home.
So here, I've got another one that Teresa sent me from the same guy, so it might cover the same things. So my wife sent this to me. Interesting stats. The habits of the wealthy versus the habits of the poor. Here are some statistics from a 5-year study on the daily habits that separate the wealth from the poor. 72% of the wealthy know their credit score, 5% of the poor. 6% of the wealthy play the lottery, 77% of the poor. 80% of the wealthy are focused on at least one goal, 12% of the poor.
80?
80 to 12. 62% of the wealthy floss their teeth every day, 16% of the poor. 21% of the wealthy are overweight by 30 pounds or more, 66% of the poor. 63% of the wealthy spend less than 1 hour per day on recreational internet use, 26% of the poor. 83% of the wealthy attend or attended back to school night for their kids, 13% of the poor. I don't know if I understand that fully.
Maybe it's parent teacher interviews.
Maybe. I read it twice and it didn't make sense in my head, so. 29% of the wealthy had 1 or more children who made the honor roll, 4% of the poor. I'd like to fight that one. 63%, but it's achieving in certain ways, right? 63% of wealthy listen to audiobooks during their commute, 5% of the poor.
Wow.
Guess what the other 95% are listening to? Music or news, right? 67% of the wealthy watch 1 hour or less of TV per day, 23% of the poor. 9% of the wealthy watch reality TV shows, 78% of the poor.
Reality.
Yeah, reality. Reality TV. 73% of the wealthy were taught the 80-20 rule versus 5% of the poor. 79% of the wealthy network 5 hours or more per month, 16% of the poor. Listen to this one, I love this one. 8% of the wealthy believe wealth comes from random good luck. 79% of the poor. 79% of the wealthy believe they are responsible for their financial condition. 18% of the poor. And this is the summary of this said, the fact is the poor are poor because they have too many poverty habits and too few rich habits. Poor parents teach their children the poverty habits. Wealthy parents teach their children the rich habits. Did you try sending that again, Rick?
Can't find it now.
Any chance of distributing that to all of us?
Yeah, let me see. Remind me after this, as we're breaking up for dinner or whatever, and we'll try to figure it out. Okay? Because I'll then research. I'll do it on the internet, and it'll be easy to send it around. What are your guys' thoughts on that? The other article I think was better because it was specifically talking about
The habits of what they do.
yeah.
Resonates. I was surprised sometimes the poor were scoring higher than the rich habits that I thought they might.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the definition of wealthy and poor though?
Yeah. So you've got to go back and look at what they're talking about, right?
I think poor in Canada, I think of welfare recipients who don't commute.
Yeah.
So,
I think of poor as being living paycheck to paycheck.
working poor.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of research on this guy after my wife sent this to me. Cause I'm like, this is my research brain. I'm like, okay, who is it? Who's saying this? Where did you get the research? And what I found is this isn't like a large, expensive research project done by a university. This was done by a guy where he just interviewed, in his opinion, wealthy people versus poor people. So I don't know the numbers that he used or anything, but it's not like trust these numbers because they're real for every country and every planet or whatever. They're a rule of thumb.
There are poor people in poor countries who have very wealthy habits. on the
Yes.
list.
Yes. Yeah.
The poor is probably more determined than predetermined than self-determined.
Yeah, and that's true.
Less opportunity in other countries.
Yeah, that's why the generalizations are helpful. Not because they stick to every situation. Yeah. I'll look up his name and look up a few things and then send you guys some stuff. Right?
What was his name again? I'll probably be able to pick it up that way.
Okay, give me a sec.
It said less opportunities in other countries. I don't think there's less opportunities.
No. Okay.
They just don't recognize opportunities because they haven't been taught. We have the same opportunities here, and we just haven't been taught how to recognize them.
I don't have it here.
Because I've
She didn't
seen
send
people
me
in
the
third
name.
world countries,
She found it later and gave it to me.
Well,
She must have.
so many people out of the water.
That's true. Yeah. Look at success versus native born
Like,
Americans.
like look at Russia, has more millionaires per capita than anywhere else in the world.
Network
And
finance.
part of that's mafia, part of that's still an opportunity.
Yeah. That's capitalism at its purest, right?
You know, but-
Mafia. I just sent Ken a reference to home ownership. And
So-
one of the categories was by nation.
Yeah, works
Ironically,
5 more hours
it's former
per-
communist bloc that has the highest home ownership ratios in the world.
And the next one was.
Which country is that?
Former communist bloc countries.
Yeah, that's because if they'd fallen, they all houses were just distributed.
Yeah, it's good. I found it, but.
So, paying.
Okay.
The next one was
They cannot be
responsible, so we'll scroll down to get one.
They have a long tradition of, if it's a landlord, it was a government.
Okay, so this was by the same guy. So his name is Thomas C. Corley. And basically, the way he did this was by interviewing 177 and researching their lives, 177 self-made millionaires, okay?
Corley spelled?
Corley. So, number 1, so these are 15 things, they read consistently. The rich would rather be educated than entertained. It says 88% of the rich devote 30 minutes or more each day to self-education or self-improvement reading. Most did not read for entertainment. The rich read to acquire or maintain knowledge. Number 2, they exercise. 66% of the rich aerobically exercise 30 minutes or more every day. Number 3, they hang out with other successful people. Start noticing themes with what you are doing, okay? You're only as successful as those you frequently associate with. The rich are always on the lookout for individuals who are goal-oriented, optimistic, enthusiastic, and who have an overall positive mental outlook. Number 4, they pursue their own goals. Pursuing your own dreams and goals creates the greatest long-term happiness and results in the greatest accumulation of wealth. Passion makes work fun. Passion gives you the energy, persistence, and focus needed to overcome failures, mistakes, and rejection. Number 5, they get up early. Nearly 50% woke up at least 3 hours before their actual workday began. Think about the average employee and how they come into work
Depends when you start work.
and how early they got up compared to when they started to work. So it's a strategy to deal with inevitable daily disruptions, such as a meeting that went too long, egregious traffic, or having to pick up your sick kid from school. These disruptions have a psychological effect on us. They can drip into our subconscious and eventually form the belief that we have no control over our life. Getting up at 5 in the morning to tackle the top 3 things you want to accomplish in your day allows you to regain control of your life. It gives you a sense of confidence that you indeed direct your life. Number 6, They have multiple sources of income. They do not rely on one singular source of income. They develop multiple streams. 3 seemed to be the magic number in my study. 65% at least had at least 3 streams of income that they created prior to making their first $1 million. Examples are real estate rentals, stock market investments, part ownership, and a side business. It's all the stuff we talk
Park
about.
ownership, did you say?
Yeah, part.
Oh, part ownership.
Number 7, they find and check in with mentors. Finding a mentor puts you on the fast track to wealth accumulation, Corley writes. Success mentors do more than simply influence your life in some positive way. They regularly and actively participate in your success by teaching you what to do and what not to do. They share with you valuable life lessons they learned either from their own mentors or from the school of hard knocks. Number 8, they're positive. Long-term success is only possible when you have a positive mental outlook. In my research, positivity was a hallmark of all the self-made millionaires. The problem for most people is that they're, I'll continue. So the problem for most people is that they're continually or completely unaware of their thoughts, What's mindfulness? Positive or negative, he explains. If you stop to listen to your thoughts, to be aware of them, you'd find most of them are negative, but you only realize you are having these negative thoughts when you force yourself to be aware of them. Awareness is the key. I love reading these things. Listen, I love because I didn't read this before. And I read it, and it just backs up everything that we're doing here. Like point after point after point after point. Number 9, they don't follow the herd. I love this. We so desire to blend in, to acclimate to society, to be part of the herd, that we will do almost anything to avoid standing out in a crowd. Yet failure to separate yourself from the herd is why most people never achieve success. You want to separate yourself from the herd, create your own herd, and then get others to join it. Number 10, they have good etiquette. Self-made millionaires have mastered certain rules of etiquette principles you have to master if you want to be success. Include sending thank you notes, acknowledging important life events such as a wedding or birthday, eating politely, and using table manners. I was talking about that the other day, wasn't I? I need to learn some of this.
Yeah.
And dressing properly for various social events. They help others succeed. Number 11, they help others succeed. Helping other success-minded people move forward in achieving their goals and dreams helps you succeed. No one realizes success without a team of other success-minded people. The best way to create your own team is to offer help to other success-minded people first. You want to focus on helping only those who are pursuing success, are optimistic, goal-oriented, positive, and uplifting. That sounds so selfish. Number 12, they dedicate 15, I love this. So, I really didn't read this before.
Who's the author of this? Mark Friends?
You're not even going to believe that I'm reading it. Number 12, they dedicate 15 to 30 minutes a day to just thinking. Thinking is key to their success, Corley observes. The rich tend to think in isolation, in the mornings, and for at least 15 minutes every day. They spend time every day brainstorming with themselves about numerous things. The topics range from careers and finances to health and charity. They ask such questions as, what can I do to make more money? Does my job make me happy? Am I exercising enough? What other charities can get involved with? Number 13, they seek feedback. Fear of criticism is the reason we do not seek feedback from others. But feedback is essential to learning what is working and what isn't working. Feedback helps you understand if you are on the right track. Feedback criticism, good or bad, is a crucial element for learning and growth. Feedback provides you with the information you will need in order to succeed in any venture. So that was 13.
13, yeah.
I thought it was 15.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13.
Yeah, that's a great number, eh?
Goes to being optimistic, right?
Watching you read that was one of the best parts of the weekend.
Talking about passion.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought he was going to do a dance. Like
I can try. It's on Facebook.
It's good.
Who is it?
It's from the Business Insider.
So I just copied the address.
Okay.
Could you text it to me?
Sure.
Just the address there? My phone number, when you were there, let me know.
So, could you
Were you
class
in
send broadcast on that?
What's that?
Can you send it out to
Yeah.
all class?
Yeah.
Great. That was good, Rick. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem. I thought of him when I was reading it a little while ago, and it took me a while to find it, but,
Well, listening.
yeah.
I just couldn't find my list.
Okay, more reading. Add to my list.
Got jacked up on that.
Yeah, well, because so sometimes I feel so alone. I'm serious. I feel
Yeah.
alone, and I'm going. I know these are true, but I can say it to so many people. I want to help people. I was at a Young Living rally a week ago, and I'm talking about these ideas, and half the room is looking like they want to throw tomatoes at me. And the other half of the room is excited, okay? There were people that were excited. And I had lots of good feedback from it. But often I see people and they're going like, Mark, what kind of crack did you smoke today? What are you talking about, like the brain and how imagination actually makes a difference for us, and thinking is helpful, and mindfulness is helpful, and waking up early, and like you are wasting your life on some level. And what they're really saying, this is what I believe, what they're really saying is, I feel inadequate and you're making me feel uncomfortable. That's what I hear in that. Having said that, it's hard when you feel alone. And that's why I love Ken, because he thinks in some of the same ways as me, and I don't feel as alone. That's why I love groups like this. Because then I go, no, there are more of us. But there's another part of it, and that's that when I read it to others, when I'm talking from my own head, sometimes I wonder what you guys are thinking. But when somebody else who's done some research on it talks and they're saying the exact same things, I'm like, okay, I think that helps people go, okay, wait a second, there might be something to this. So I get excited also about the difference that it'll make for other people.
I sent it to your email too, so make sure you got one of them at least.
Okay, was that Mark Prince?
Yeah.
Rick, thank you.
So I think I just sent you a link
Okay,
that you can just resend everybody.
yeah.
You're on Facebook.
No.
World's changed. You're not.
No, I was on businessinsider.com. That's the website, is on Facebook. 15 Habits of Self-Made Millionaires.
They got some good articles in there.
Yep.
That's free. Or is that a subscription?
No, I just Googled it right now.
So did you hear that statement?
What was that?
That's free.
Googled it.
That's
Yeah,
free.
it is free.
You asked the question, right?
Oh. As opposed to paying for it?
Yeah. It's good information, but is it free? Because if it's free, I'll accept it or look into it. If it's not, then there's this thing. I am talking about myself right now. That if it costs a little bit more, then there's this check of like, well, do I do it or not? And that's not the way I should be thinking. The way I should be thinking is it helpful?
Cost benefit analysis, yeah.
Yeah. And we do it. It's natural.
But chances are, if you pay for it, you're more likely to use it than if it's free.
It's true.
I got a lot of things I've paid for that I haven't used
Fair enough.
or underused.
So Ken, tonight was the dinner
And then drink your face off.
and pub. What time does that all start?
Yeah, that's right.
So Bob's gonna
I got
stop by
kids
here in
over there.
15 minutes.
Okay.
So we'll have Bob just talk to people for a brief second.
Okay.
And then we've got some appies. We've got deer and, what do we have?
Oh, nice.
I guess it's
Deer and moose.
deer and moose. There's pepperoni and salami.
Where's this?
No bear?
Some of your own.
No, no
homemade
bears.
stuff.
No,
I
this.
tried the bear, just out of curiosity.
Did you bring
I
this?
thought bear.
I actually
Oh,
I asked him about that the other day, and he says it depends on.
Yeah, I didn't know what they
It's
planned
actually
for.
good.
Ah.
Yeah, because I'm interested.
So Joanne's gonna actually have some snacks and
Well, they're easy
They're
for beer.
easy.
These are
Easy.
meat.
So you think
My
you're
favorite
meeting,
meat.
yeah, I guess they are berry.
It goes well too.
What's their favorite food?
Crackers, pickles.
Yeah, no, I don't pickle
Whatever.
I bought some crackers. I bought some gluten-free crackers for the high maintenance people.
Thank you.
That's where I went to get some gluten-free crackers and a little bit
You
of
must
beer.
really like them if you're
I
actually
do,
buying
I
that
do.
stuff.
For us delicate people.
I like the terminology with all that.
So I want to introduce just one more idea then. We can talk about it, and then I'll give you a break, okay? but it's another idea where I've been trying to think about where I could fit it in, and it's a really short idea, so it's not going to be. Which color do you associate more positivity with? Blue or red?
Blue.
Okay.
I'm saying red. Not weird.
My eyes are blue, so I don't think.
Actually, well, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, blue wins.
White, blue, like negative on the balance sheet.
I jokingly, yeah. The only way I can remember my blood type, I'm B positive.
That's a great blood type.
That's
Great.
You got a comedian.
I'm O negative, so if anyone needs blood, come to me. I got your blood for you.
Yeah, but if you're negative, I don't know if I want it. It's not gonna mix with my B positive.
So this is a really simple concept that I've kind of stolen from Maxwell Maltz, this psychocybernetics again. I don't even know if I don't think he draws this out. It's just kind of in my head how it works. So there's a simple way to understand it. Blue is your potential. Red is your self-image. So one of our goals, Ken and my goals for this year, is to make this red box just a little bit bigger. Because right now we have more potential. Each one of us has more potential than we will ever realize in our lifetime. Period. It's not infinite. I don't believe our potential is infinite. It's got to have some kind of limitation. And one of those limitations